I've been drinking this stuff for years and I don't think it's working. It's my motivation.
He's such a diva.
I'm not a diva. We had explained that in the last video. I'm a princess. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa. Hi, and welcome to week 7 of As Good As It Gets.
I'm Cris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our kitchen.
And we have some exciting news for y'all right off the bat.
Yes.
Can I get a drum roll?
Yes. We got a special delivery from the mailman.
Our shirts came today.
Now, Crock Posse, I have to tell you, I had to fight him off to not let him open this before we got the cameras on.
I never really was good at Christmas or birthday time.
He threw a little bit of a fit.
I have a confession. If my mother ever watches this, I'm going to be grounded all over again. I think it was about my 8th or 9th birthday. I saw all these packages for me for Christmas. And I kind of had watched how Mom had wrapped all the presents. And so I knew where to tear the tape where it wouldn't show. And looked in and saw all the presents I got. And I got a bunch of Transformers that year. And it was awesome. So Mom, if you're watching.
Shameful.
I'm sorry.
Shameful.
Well, I wasn't going to tell her because I wouldn't keep all the Transformers. And there were some good ones in there. Any of y'all ever play with Transformers and use kids? You didn't, did you?
No.
You played with bears.
Barbies.
Barbies?
Yes.
I didn't play with Barbies.
Yes. And the rule in my house was if you, tried to figure out what the present was, it immediately went back.
That's why I never told my mother till this point.
Yes. So, I have the t-shirts here. Or some of them. The black and white ones, I think, came today.
Some of them are still coming.
Yes, and the mugs didn't come today. So, we have this. I'm going to finally let him open it. So, even though you threw a little bit of a fit before the cameras were on.
Don't tell. Yay. So, here's the thing, y'all. Throw us a comment. Let us know. Did your t-shirts or sweatshirts or mugs or stickers or whatever come in the mail yet?
If you ordered the colored ones, they're probably coming later. Maybe a day or two. These weren't supposed to come until next week, so we were very excited to see them. Oh,
look at that. Look at that.
There's all kinds of different stuff in here.
Yeah, here's a blue one.
So
ooh, that's pretty.
That one's mine. This is those of you that were asking about the slouchy sweatshirt, that's what this one is. So we'll see how it looks.
All right, here we go. Here is the official Crock Posse logo. Woo-hoo. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? Am I doing it right? I think so. Yep, right there.
There you go.
Well, we have to try this on. All right. So, yep. Let us know. Drop a comment. Say, hey. And don't even drop a comment. Send us a picture.
Yes.
I don't. Can you do pictures on comments on YouTube?
I don't know, but you can send it to our email, and then we could put it in some of the videos. Don't wipe my chalkboard for your new sweatshirt.
I'm in trouble with my new sweatshirt.
He's like a child.
Look at that. I'm in the hood, yo.
Oh, my goodness. So, we will probably be wearing various versions of these.
Yep.
We've got t-shirts. We've got the V-neck. I think that, or one of these might be the V-neck. We got the different kinds because we wanted to see the different qualities. Yeah,
I think the V-neck's probably yours.
Yes, the V-neck is mine.
I don't really look good showing much cleavage.
So we will be wearing these various times during the show now, I think. And we'll open the shop back up for those of you that want, maybe next week we'll open the shop back up.
Yeah, we'll open the shop up. We'll give a shout out and say, hey, we're going to open up the shop.
Yeah.
And do more
fun stuff.
We want
to get all this stuff before we open it back up so you can see what the mugs actually look like.
Yeah, we wanted to model the shirts.
So now he has a sweatshirt on. So you're gonna be in a better mood, right?
I'm going to bake. This thing is warm. It's a thick material. So
yes.
Just in time too, because guess what showed up last night here in Indiana, y'all?
Oh.
Fall. It's been autumn for almost a month now, but we've been enjoying some really nice warm weather. I guess you want to call that an Indian summer. Well, the Indian summer has officially left. It got cold last night. It rained. Huge rainstorm came through, flooded a lot of the area, especially out west. Anybody in Missouri and Illinois, I know y'all got a lot of rain. And so fall is here, y'all. It's fall, y'all.
Yep.
It's cold.
Yep.
So this came just in the nick of time. I hope y'all's come soon if it hasn't come already, so we can keep y'all warm with the Crock Posse. I want to keep my Crock Posse warm.
Okay.
All right.
He's excited.
A little bit. I can't wait to get my mug, because all I'm doing right now is drinking smart water, and it's keeping me hydrated, but it sure ain't working.
That joke, it just never gets old, dear.
No, it never dries out. All right, so what do you say we do some reader questions?
Alrighty, well, this one's for you. It's from Tanya.
Hello, Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tanya? We do that all the time.
Yes, I think it's Tanya, but
okay.
Tanya, if you're a Tanya, you can definitely correct me.
The only Tanya I ever knew was Tanya Tucker.
All right, so this one is from Tanya. Tanya asks, can I use margarine instead of butter? I know some recipes call for unsalted butter, so I would buy that, but I was wondering if margarine would work if it's not specific.
Yes. Unless a recipe specifically says you have to use butter for this recipe. If you want to use margarine, you can. We don't use a lot of margarine here. We're big butter people.
Yeah. I would say the only difference is if it's like in some kind of baked good or something like that, unless it says it specifically needs butter, you could use margarine, but make sure you're using the stick margarine and not tub, like the spreadable stuff, because that's not going to set up as well as like if even a margarine would.
Like one thing I'm thinking of right now, our friend Brandy's got a recipe for chicken and dumplings, which we really, really love around this place. We adore Brandy. She's a great gal. You want to check her out over at thecountrycook.net. Check out her chicken and dumplings recipe. It's very simple to make and super delicious. I've got a great chicken and noodles recipe that I use that's my mom's recipe, and I don't really use it that much anymore because it's a lot more time consuming. Where chicken and dumplings, you get the same flavor and everything, and it's done in a snap. And her recipe calls for butter that you cube up, and you put it into your, you mix it into your flour. And I couldn't imagine using tub margarine for something like that.
Most things that are, other than just to add the flavor of butter, then you're going to want to use a stick.
Yeah.
There are a few baking kind of things. I think sometimes butter goldens up things a little bit better. Mm-hmm. So, but if you prefer margarine, you definitely can use it. I just would stick with the sticks instead of, don't use like the tub, like what you might spread on a piece of bread or something. Yeah. Yep.
Well, my question to you comes from Fly Girl. Do you think maybe it's Jennifer Lopez?
No.
Is Jennifer Lopez a subscriber?
Oh, goodness.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? In Living Color? You remember? Fire Marshal Bill? No. Let me tell you something! You know what I'm talking about? Sheltered Child.
Oh, Lordy. Okay.
And Fly Girl says, hey, one of my favorite slow cookers is the triple small slow cooker. I can do 3 different meals at the same time. How do I convert the recipes to accommodate a smaller crock pot? And while you're answering this question, I'm going to go get Bertha.
Yes, we have a slow cooker we call Big Bertha. And she has 3 pots.
I'll be right back.
And we absolutely love her. She is great. Specifically, you're like pounding and the camera's shaking.
Mongo, what?
Pay no attention to Bigfoot. Oh, goodness. So he's going to get Bertha presentable. She's been on the shelf and she looks a little dusty. So we're just keeping it real around here. We use her primarily for party dips and those kinds of things. And most of the time you can just throw throw a regular recipe in there and not have to worry about it. The really great thing about Bertha, or a 3-pot slow cooker that has, I think ours are about 2.5 quarts, is most recipes. Now, maybe not a lot of soups and those kinds of things that really fill up your slow cooker, but most recipes can fit in there, but they fill it all the way to the top, and that allows you to have a longer cooking time. So most recipes we don't really have to alter a whole lot, but if there is a recipe, what we tend to do sometimes is split it between 2 of the pots. So we can take half of the recipe and put in one pot, and half the recipe and put in another pot, and then cook a third recipe in the center. The other thing, because people ask this all the time, how do we reduce? How do we reduce? Well, the big thing about it is if you're going to reduce a recipe to fit in a smaller slow cooker, that's great. Just cut it in half and put it in the smaller slow cooker. Cut all the ingredients in half. So if it calls for a pound of ground beef, use a half pound. However, for those people who are cooking smaller batches in a regular slow cooker, if you're going to reduce the amount of food that you're cooking, you need to reduce the cooking vessel. So you need to either use a smaller slow cooker, or you need to put that bowl that we always talk about down into the slow cooker so it reduces the size. So I hope that helps. Mikey is now ready. Here he comes pounding.
Mongo back!
She's still a little dusty, but we got her.
She's a little dusty. Okay, so this is
Heavy.
Bertha. And what she is she has 3 independent pots. We'll put a link to her. We like it a lot because, boy, she is dusty.
Yeah.
You can put when you have her at a party, the lids can go like this. And you can put individual stuff in here. Now, I also have used her to, make our chicken drumsticks, and I put half of them in this one, half of them in this one, and then make, macaroni and cheese in the center. So she is really, really useful for doing that kind of thing too, which I think is, they come out to clean and all that kind of stuff, which, like I said, we're keeping it real. She definitely needs a bath. I would never cook in her like this. But this is a manual slow cooker.
I would.
No, you wouldn't. Not with me around. This is a manual slow cooker, so you can put this one on high while this one's on low and this one's on warm. Mm-hmm. So and it all plugs in one unit. So we really, really like it. We take it to parties all the time.
One of the favorite things that I liked about it was the time that you made 3 different meatball recipes. I think this was, I don't know if it was for Recipes at Crock or if it was Goodness Gracious at the time. But she had barbecue meatballs, French onion meatballs, and then there's another kind of meatball. I can't remember what it was, but
probably a regular party.
No, it was cocktail wieners. Cocktail wieners. That's what it was. So it was a barbecue meatball, the cocktail weenies, and a French onion meatball. And
Now there are several different versions of this on Amazon. You could also, I think I found this one years ago at Walmart. Ours actually has a spoon holder in it. I do like the size of 2.5 quarts, though. Some of them are smaller, so you just need to kind of watch when you see the links on Amazon to see. I really like the 2.5 quarts because you can get away with what Fly Girl was asking, where you can make those meals. So another thing that we've done before is put a main dish in one of these and then do our baked beans beside it and that kind of thing. So it's really useful in that regard.
It's think of like a buffet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she is heavy. Let's see if I can do this without pounding the floor.
Oh, we'll see. Oh. Alrighty. Now we are...
Did you miss me?
We are up for your question.
Yes.
Your question is...
Who's it from?
It's from Gina.
Gina?
Yes.
Gina works at diner all day, working for a man. She brings home a pair for love. Oh, for love. Bon Jovi fans, anybody? Come on.
Okay.
We gotta hold on to what we've got. I'm done.
Okay. She says, "Hey Cris, I found you guys and love your YouTube stuff. I was trying to sign up for your daily blog stuff, but while I have you here, I have probably already did this, but who knows? I don't. I think she's talking about the newsletter. She signed up for the newsletter or not. Okay. Do you always have to brown your hamburger before putting it into your crock pot recipes that call for it? I always do, but it would be so much faster if I could just plop it in raw. I'm a really lazy cook who loves good food, but but also wants it simple. Thanks, Gina.
Well, first off, that's a girl keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know. Ain't nothing perfect around here. Ain't no perfection. Hey, guess who else is a lazy cook? This guy! But one of the things that, I see that you told it to Gina.
Yeah, I replied. I'm trying to get a handle on the email situation, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
We're trying. There's so many. It's not a bad struggle to have.
It's
we love it.
Yes.
But Gina and all y'all other lazy cooks around here like me, here's the thing. It's better to brown your beef before you put in something. If it says to brown your beef, don't just throw it in there raw. One reason is if you just took a clump of ground beef, it's not going to grind up. It's going to cook in a big slab of meat. And ew, if you want something. The other part of it is we've got a really cool make-ahead ground beef recipe where you can cook it all at one time, bag it up, freeze it, and bring it out in portions that you need. It's got onions, it's got garlic, it's got salt, it's got beef consomme in it. It's something that's going to make it really, really, really taste good and beefy.
Yes. And so that's an easy way to have it available to just toss in to any recipe without having to get your skillet out and brown every time before.
Yeah. And it doesn't take any time at all to brown it up.
No. And the great thing about the make-ahead ground beef is it is a recipe that you just throw it all in there raw, let it cook, chop it up. You're going to have to mess with it throughout the day to make sure that it gets chopped up and all that kind of stuff. But once you do it, we do it about once a month. Once you do it, you then have it all bagged up and put in the fridge or freezer, and then you can use it as you need.
Pizza, spaghetti,
casseroles,
yep. You name it, you can put it in there for whatever.
Yep.
So yeah.
Crock pot.
You sound like a chicken.
For crock pot recipes, or like he was saying, like for non-crock pot recipes, it makes great taco meat. It makes great sloppy joes.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff like
sliders.
that. Yep.
Loose meat sliders.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll definitely put a link to that down below.
Sure.
Well, my question to you comes from Sarah. Oh, and she's one that's been with us since almost the very beginning. I think. Sarah, we love you. And Sarah says, I love your channel. I have gotten so many ideas, and I am glad fall is upon us, so I can start cooking. My question is, how long is a standard slow cooker good for? I have a 6-quart, and I have had it for a few years now. And when I used it recently, it took 2 times the time to cook, and sometimes, depending on what it is, it could take even longer. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Well, if it's behaving differently than it used to, I would say that's a sign that something's not right. And one of the things that you need to be careful with, particularly if it's taking a lot longer than it used to, is it may not be reaching a high enough temperature fast enough to keep it cooking to not have bacteria or things that might make you sick. So I would say if it's not behaving the way that it used to behave, that's a clear sign.
It's time to put it to pasture.
But I've heard of slow cookers lasting years and years and years. I have one that my mom used to cook with up on the shelf. And so I know a lot of people really like to cook with the vintage slow cookers. So I would say as long as it's behaving the way that it always has cooked, you're okay. But anytime it starts behaving oddly, I would say that's a time you just don't want to chance it, especially if it's something that you're going to be having turned on in your house when you're not at home. You don't want an electrical appliance that's not behaving correctly, plugged in and operating while you're not home.
No.
That's not good. And so I would say that. Then the other thing that I always tell people, if they think something's not right, like straight out of the box, contact the people who made the slow cooker. So if it's Hamilton Beach, get in touch with Hamilton Beach. If it's Crock Pot, get in touch with Crock Pot. But those folks are going to be able to tell you specifically what the unit you purchased should be behaving like. So That's
I mean,
my best
there's a
advice.
huge difference between, it cooks a little warmer on this side than the other and rotate
Yeah.
your crock pot, and it cooks really good on this side and it's not cooking at all on that side. So where this side is cooking out the bad, like this, if you're, for instance, cooking chicken, you want to make sure you cook chicken to a high temperature, 165 at the center of the meat, and then over here it's cooking it at like 125. Over here you're cooking the chicken. Over here you're incubating the bad stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good at all.
No. So I would just say, if it is behaving differently, then I would say that's time to get a different slow cooker. So, there we go.
Okay. Well, I think it's time that you're going to tell me what we're going to have for food this week.
Yes.
So we're going to break and go straight to the weekly menu. And here we go. Ta-da! And here we are, the 3 founding members of the Crock Posse. Miss Sad just wanted to show y'all what her little sweatshirt looks like. Actually, it's her big sweatshirt on her.
I think I ordered her the wrong size.
She'll grow into it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So, she's very excited. She wanted to say hello. You say hi?
Hi.
All right.
All right, go on.
Hop down there, Slick.
We're gonna do our menu now.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, so honey, what are we having for dinner this week?
Alrighty, this week we have for breakfast our slow cooker French toast casserole.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, actually, this isn't. This is Aunt Lou's version. This isn't
Oh.
the French toast cinnamon roll casserole. This is just French toast casserole.
Oh.
So you're gonna get a new taste.
Yay.
Yes.
All right.
And a lot of the recipes this week I chose from Aunt Lou's side of the fence, so to speak. And one of her popular chocolate recipes is her crockpot hot fudge brownies. And so we are going to give that a try. People love that recipe.
Yeah.
So it's time for us to try it. So another favorite around here is, on Sunday, as you all know, we go out as a family and we have,
Sushi Sunday. Last week was Pizza Sunday.
Now, we did promise Addie that we were doing sushi this Sunday. So, we are definitely doing sushi
I'm okay
Sunday.
with that.
Are you? It's been a while. It's been a while.
We miss our friends over there.
Yes. Monday, we are going to do one-pot meals. You'll see this week and pretty much in the fall, we do a lot of one-pot meals, a lot of soups and those kinds of things because it's just easier and it's comfort food. It's just nice. And so, this is one that everyone loves. It's the smoked sausage, green beans, and potatoes. And so this is one that readers tell us all the time they love. It's something we love. Folks also add cabbage to it sometime, which I think is a really great addition. So we might do that, actually.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Tuesday, we have got Aunt Lou's Crockpot Easy Round Steak. And we're going to do some slow cooker corn on the cob because I can still find some corn on the cob in the grocery store now. So I want to do that before it becomes harder to find that.
Yep.
So definitely a favorite. Wednesday is leftover day, but if you are not into leftovers, some crock-pot hamburger soup is a really easy, hearty soup. Also, I think that one probably would freeze pretty well.
Yep.
So that's a really good
And you
thing.
can do that with your mega head ground beef.
Yes.
Gina.
Thursday, we are going to do Aunt Lou's crock-pot cheesy lasagna. She tells me it's better than my lasagna, so we are going to give it a try and see.
Oh, snap. It's a lasagna throwdown.
Yes. Well, it's because she threw, exorbitant amounts of cheese on top, so of course it's going to taste wonderful, I'm sure.
I can't wait for that either.
Yes. Friday is another soup, and it is a reader and family favorite around here. Slow cooker unstuffed cabbage soup. It's got all that wonderful flavor of a stuffed cabbage, but it is all just thrown in, all the ingredients, and cooked right up.
I think that was the recipe that was featured on OK Baby.
Yes, it was. They enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things that when you start doing some of these things, you won't be able to believe how easy the recipes are and then how good they taste. And so that was a cool thing that
That's one of the
she
soups where
commented on.
she's like, we're going to make an unstaffed cabbage soup. I'm like, because I don't know why.
Because he's this way.
Yeah.
You've got preconceived notions
Yeah.
until you taste things.
Sometimes this old saying of don't knock it till you've tried it really comes true.
Yeah.
Try that soup, y'all. It is one of my favorites.
It's a yummy. It's a yummy. Saturday, we are recipe testing. Yes. So that's what we got cooking.
Hot dog.
All right.
Here we go. Back to the show. And we're back. I cannot wait to eat next week.
You like your transitions, don't you?
I do. They're lots of fun.
I
Like my magic tricks, y'all?
Yeah, I think the Harry Potter episode of Cooking Chris's Dishes when you really got into like.
I'd like to make that again soon.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
It was delicious.
Oh, goodness.
Well, let's go to our feature email.
Yes.
Darling. And it comes from Denise.
Alrighty.
She's related to Denephew, I think. Denise says, "Hi, Cris and Mikey. I love your YouTube channel and your website, and I go there a few times a week looking for things to make. I usually go to your main dish recipes. My question is there any way to sort the recipes into chicken, pork, beef, etc.? It takes too much time to go through all of the pages if I'm looking for, like, say, a pork chop recipe. God bless you both." I didn't even sneeze, did you?
Oh.
"And thank you for all that you do. Denise in Cali."
Okay. Well, Denise, there's several ways you could do this. One is the search bar. The search bar is right up towards the top, over to the side. Is that the right-hand side? Yes.
What I'll do is on here I'll put a screenshot of it.
Show you and circle where it is. So that search bar, if you're looking specifically for pork chops, you could type in pork chops and it should pull. Now, it's going to pull any post that even mentions pork chops. So it'll pull roundup posts and menus that have that, but it should be a quicker way for you to see more pork chops. The other way to do it is if you're on a pork chop recipe at the very bottom, and hopefully we can do a screenshot of this, there's little tiny letters that say, main dish, pork, family favorite, those kinds of things. And those are things that we've tagged that recipe as. And if you click those links, it takes you to everything that was pork, for example, or chicken. I'll also put down below the specific links for the categories for pork, chicken, and beef, just to kind of give you an easy way. Because literally, I think it's recipes.crock.com/category/chicken. I think is what it is. We'll correct it if I'm wrong.
Yeah, for those that are that computer nerdy.
Yeah. And so that's another easy way. Just to kind of maybe have those URLs bookmarked. They auto update every time we add a pork chop recipe. It adds it to the pork listing.
You want to hear a cool trick?
What?
That you taught me?
What?
If you go into an address bar, like say Google.
It has to be on Chrome though to do that.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so, because I did it on through our Norton search bar and it did it too. But that's through Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So here's a really cool trick on Google Chrome if you guys use that format, or that platform. If you're using the Chrome platform, up at the top at the address bar, you would normally type in www.recipes.crock.com, enter. Stop. Go www.recipes.crock.com, spacebar, and then type pork.
Or pork chops.
Or pork chops.
That's the same as the search bar.
Or casserole, or, something like that. And then it'll take you to a Google listing of all of the pork recipes or pork chop recipes. Whatever you do, it's going to do just what it does in our search engine on Recipes of the Crock.
But another way to do it also is we have a lot of Pinterest boards that are specifically for the website. So if you go to our Pinterest account and you go to our listings, you will see RTC's pork chop recipes, and that's where we've pinned all of our pork chop recipes. We have lots of different boards. Like we have like a pork board that would have our recipes plus other recipes of bloggers that we like. But then we have specific ones that are just for the website. And so those we usually break out, like chicken breast recipes, chicken thigh recipes, and that kind of thing. So that's another way. If you're a Pinterest user, that's a really great way to really zero in and automatically in one view see everything. And so I'll put a link to those boards down below as well for you to find.
Cool.
So that's that.
That's it. Well, we want to thank you guys again for watching week 7, lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7, your sweatshirt.
Yay, that's right. We got lucky.
Look, you've already got dust on you from Big Bertha.
Yeah, well, I'm still going to wear it to work today. I'm going to wear my Crock Posse t-shirt under my Crock Posse sweatshirt. And hopefully my Crock Posse mug will come soon with my Crock Posse stickers that I'm going to put on my guitar case. I've got so many plans. And then, like we said, we will open it up again next week. The store will be open again. We will give a link to that. And so that all y'all who have now seen just how good I make this shirt look, y'all can get one.
Yep.
And also, we want to thank you guys. And hopefully, if you have not subscribed already, how did you get here? And hope that you will subscribe. And here's one reason. As of the taping, right now, the time of this taping, I am 12 away from 3,000 subscribers on this channel. We have gained almost another 1,000 since the last challenge. And at 3,000 subscribers, I am going to do another challenge. A few of you have commented and said, hey, you going to do another hot pepper challenge? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I will never ever do that again, but you've been
told by friends recently how dangerous that
actually
was.
It can actually be a dangerous thing. It's not something that I recommend. 1, because it's painful, and 2, a few people have been sent to the hospital because of a certain condition, a medical condition that I cannot pronounce, nor will I try. So don't do it. Don't do it. If you want to know how it's done, go back and watch my video 100,000 times. That's fine. Don't do it. But there will be a new challenge coming.
Will there?
Yes, and
do you know what it is?
Yes, I do.
Oh no.
And it's not something that's going to be dangerous. Well, could be. It's not something that...
Let's just say this hasn't been approved yet.
Yeah, I got good ideas, and it's going to be fun. So, how about y'all tell your friends about this channel and tell them to subscribe, and when we get to 3,000, we will do a new challenge for a Friday Fun Day. Hopefully, we can do that for next week. But speaking of next week, we will see y'all next week with another episode of As Good As It Gets.
Yes.
As well as Cooking Chris's Dishes.
Yes.
As well as Church Song Sundays. As well as the Quickies. As well as Whatever Wednesdays and Friday Fun Days. Check us out here at youtube.com/MikeyGoode.
Send us your questions.
Send us your comments.
Bye.
See ya.